In Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Qui-Gon Jinn comes to the dilemma of having to separate Anakin from Shmi. He wanted to free both, but he couldn't, so he manipulated a bet to bring who he felt was the chosen one into the Jedi Order, forced to leave the boy's mother behind. In the film, he goes through great lengths to gain this freedom for Anakin Skywalker, and it leaves some wondering why he just didn't simply load them both up onto the Queen's Nubian Star Cruiser and depart once repairs were finished. Well, here's your reasoning for that. The first and most important factor is explained in the novelization of Episode 1. Let's look at it now. They went to Watto's shop first, where the Toydarian had completed the forms necessary to assure Anakin's freedom. The transmitter that bound Anakin to his life of slavery was deactivated permanently. It would be removed surgically at a later date. Watto was still grumbling about the unfairness of things as they left him and went back out onto the street. This all is in reference to a bomb implant that many would place inside of their slaves, especially on the Hutt-controlled worlds. If said slave were to wander too far or attempt to leave the planet, the owner or master of the slaves could activate these bombs and blast the escapees into oblivion. And this was well known by Qui-Gon. It was one of the main factors, if not the main factor, as to why they had to work a bargain and a bet for the life of Anakin and potentially Shmi. Otherwise, it would all be for naught. And yes, the bomb implants were a cruel practice, but it is known the Hutt worlds were hives of scum and villainy. Then moving forward, there was another critical reason. The Hutt cartel was extremely powerful. They controlled many star systems and had armies of bounty hunters, soldiers, enforcers, starships, and more, all at their disposal. If Qui-Gon committed the crime of freeing a slave on a Hutt-controlled planet, in this case Tatooine, it would spell trouble for himself and the Jedi if Watto took his petition to Jabba himself, letting him know of the theft. And while we don't fully know what the Hutts are capable of in the grand scale of the canon, legends in the old expanded universe show us that they could be a true force to be reckoned with. So overall, the political troubles and the potential warfare that such offenses could bring could be long-lasting and far-reaching. Such repercussions could even lead the Jedi to believe that Anakin was far more trouble than he was worth by the time that he reached the Jedi Council on Coruscant. But knowing Qui-Gon Jinn, I like to think that he was more worried about the bomb implants than the political drama. He felt the Force guiding him on this path, the path to find the Chosen One and bring him forward, and he might see the Hutts as a necessary obstacle if needed. For Qui-Gon, everything was the will of the Force. But there you are, there you have it. These are two critical reasons as to why Qui-Gon Jinn couldn't simply have taken Anakin or Shmi Skywalker from Watto in Episode 1. And I'll say what I've said before, if you haven't read the novelizations of the prequels, you totally should. They're all fantastic, and you can find them on Audible if you'd rather give them a listen than a read. But until next time, my friends, remember to stay safe and that the Force will be with you always.